Right, we're still at Bloodstock 2017 on the final day, and I'm joined by Prognosis. Welcome to that Bloodstock thing that we're
That
at.
Bloodstock thing. I
How does
love
it
it.
feel?
To play, incredible. Just to be here, it's like being at home.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the metal home in the UK, isn't it?
it's such a, I don't know, it's one of those festivals that's not too big, not too
I
commercialised.
think that's the thing for me. As someone who, for the past few years, for my sins, has been doing download more than Bloodstock, I love download because it's huge and there's so
Yeah.
many bands, there's so much going on. But here, you just walk through. You don't need to bring anyone with you into the arena because within 2 seconds you bumped into someone you know, and then you see them, and you just all kind of wander
You don't
about.
know anybody, you bump into somebody, you become best friends with them by like 10 minutes. That's all it takes. Everyone's so friendly.
I've been going to download since the old Monsters of Rock days, and it's almost got to the stage now where you literally do need a map
Yeah.
to sort of navigate.
Well, eventually they'll be hiring out things like scooters and bikes so you can actually get to the arena from the campsite.
Playing tarmac,
Yeah.
So you played the New Blood stage.
We did.
Pretty obvious question, but how did it go?
Really well, I think. We had our first Wall of Death. That was fun.
Biggest circle pit we'll have
Biggest
had up to this.
circle pit.
Played the loudest we've probably played up to now.
It
And
was really sweaty.
and seeing everyone out there, you know, good few of our friends, good few of our supporters, but then a whole crowd of people we didn't know,
Yeah.
banging their heads.
Were you able to like pick out familiar face?
Oh yeah,
It was easy to pick out familiar faces, yeah. There was a big group at the back towards the end, especially with Drones, the last song, where they were going absolutely nuts. I've never seen these guys before, and for me, that is the reason I'm playing Bloodstock. Yeah, it's great to play and have all those familiar faces, and there's a lot of family members down. The guitarist, elder guitarist's mum and husband have flown from Tenerife for this show, where they live. You know, and within our friends and our family, this is our biggest show. It's our biggest show.
So to share that with all them as well,
Yeah.
that
So it's
probably
been
felt
great, you
just
know.
as good as
I
playing.
think we've made some new fans. We've got to fulfil a bit of a dream, and you know, it's just been a great weekend with.
But
great
for you as a band to see new faces out there and actually getting what you're doing must give you a huge lift.
Yeah, I think we've definitely had times in the past, especially when you play like a song for the first time, and you go, "I love this song, I can't wait to play it," and then some people go, "I don't know, I'm a bit confused by it." And we've had that a lot in the past, but nowadays people seem to be pretty convinced straight away and really into it. So it's a promising sign.
So tell us about the whole Metal to the Masses experience then. How was that?
I'll let you talk through it.
Yeah.
You know, in all honesty, I was in an hour in having to go to the final last year. If I wanted to go through the blood, sweat and tears of it again.
Yeah.
Daddy convinced me it was worth it. And
It was we sort of entered not on the premise that we were going to definitely or were going to play Bloodstock at all. We went on with the premise that if we get to the final again, there's going to be at least 300, 400 people in Manchester who hadn't heard of us before, who will have heard of us afterwards. So we just kind of embraced that. But then when we got through that quarter, it was like, oh no, fine to the
Serious
semis,
stuff,
and then
yeah.
then we got to the finals, and it was like, right, that's it, we're doing it, it's all ours.
the final in itself is so tough.
It was.
I mean, the Manchester scene is just so ripe with really good quality bands, but all the bands in that final were very different. So it's not like you could say they won, because if it was 4 thrash bands, it'd be quite easy to pick a winner to go like the last band. But there was a blues rock band, there was obviously us, like a weird, proggy, thrashy hybrid band, Skeletal Damage, a really good thrash kind of band, and then Gora, who were just grindcore and really. Our songs average at 6 minutes, theirs average about 1.5 to 2 minutes. So it is really hard to compare.
They like us will probably suit this festival perfectly. You probably see that. I'm going to put money on it now. You've heard it here first. I think Gora and Skeletal Damage will be at Bloodstock next year. However they do it, they'll be here.
That happens to a lot of bands, you know, they don't just, you know, if they don't get through on that particular night, it's not like they sort of, you know, vanish in a lake or anything. They're on the radar then, aren't they? You know,
Yes, of course. I mean, for us last year, we got to the final and we didn't get through. We thought we should have got through on the night, but I think we were always going to feel that no matter the result. But Simon Hall came up to us and said, "You were really good, but you're not quite there," sort of thing. I don't think he said it in as many words, but yeah, we left the final with our heads down.
It took maybe a week to sort of like really think about it, and then
take stock. And
yeah, and then after that we
week,
realised, and we totally realised that we weren't ready for it. because the songs we got to play today, we wouldn't have had half of those. So we're dead thankful, really, that we've managed to get to do this year.
Sort of reined you in a bit.
Yeah, it made us put everything that we do under a microscope and really fine-tune everything. And I think, I don't want to use the word product too lightly, but essentially what we are doing is creating. We are a brand, and our songs are the
brand.
Yeah, the songs are what we create, and obviously merchandise around that. And I feel everything has just come together on something that's really strong. We're very, very proud of what we've got. We've got quite a unique sound, I think, and a unique sound that isn't too alienating as well.
I was talking with Matt earlier, and we were both saying that you're not a band that you can put in this box or that box or whatever, you know, which is great.
It was always the idea.
That is it, yeah. I mean, look at Ghost, headline last night. Where'd you put them?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So if we end up that sort of, where'd you put Prognosis? Main stage maybe one day.
I like creative freedom, really. And that's, we all like so much, just being in a band like this where we can do anything.
Well, so refreshing to hear, you know, because it's, I'm not a musician, I can't really say it's the easiest thing in the world, but, you know, so many bands go into it and it's quite blinkered in many respects.
Yeah.
But you're obviously quite forward-thinking, outward-looking.
Thank Devin Townsend for that. For me anyway, that's my influence. Him and Gojira, and although I say the drummers, the more the Gojira lad. Mastodon and stuff like that, you know, all those big bands just kind of...
Just bands that make you think as well as listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like
Intelligent
detail in
music.
bands. Details and variants are what we pride ourselves on. You know. Every single song's got its own little unique twist, but they all sound like Prognosis.
Trying to keep the one thing though with this, which is we want that complicated sort of sound without it being seemingly overthought, but we also really want those catchy choruses as well. We want to make the music as accessible as possible, so you know that mother who's come along with her son, because she's just there with her son, so she can nod her head too and actually enjoy it. Or you know, there's always going to be the people at these festivals who might not necessarily like the extreme side of metal. If you want to go watch a band where it's a bit of both, I think we
have
cook both.
riffs that really crush, that are really, really heavy.
Yeah.
And it's heavier than I ever envisioned of writing. And I never really thought I'd be growling in a band. What we do, but we also do that sort of in moderation with lots of other elements. There's sort of twin guitar harmonies, there's big choruses, there's heavy riffs.
It's like you say, if it fits, well, why not use it?
Yeah,
Why not go for it?
And there's definitely times when we'll come up with an idea that's maybe a little bit too far-fetched. But I always think that no matter how crazy an idea that we have, by the time that one of us is brought in and then we've all put in onto that idea, and just tweaked it a little bit, we can spend an hour more than that on this tiny segment of music, which goes by in a nanosecond. But you know, we really.
And I never understood that. We can write a song in 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, we can write a song in maybe 10 weeks at a push, but it's still someone quite.
If we get through 5 songs in a year, it's pretty good.
I think again with us, the key has always been openness. It's not he writes the songs, he writes the lyrics. You learn those bits and go from there. Yeah. Anyone can come up with an idea. The drummer can pick up the guitar and play a riff, and if we like it, we'll do it. And everyone has to contribute, and it's not Prognosis until we've all put our own personal stamp on it. I think anyway.
So what's next after Bloodstock weekend now then? Is it putting the new material?
Yeah, just released a new single called Echoes, which is available on Bandcamp and YouTube and all that jazz. That is coming off our new album, or our first album, our debut album, which we haven't currently named. But that's coming up quite soon. We've got most of that down now, doing that in Noise Boy Studios. Got the guy from Tesseract as well, didn't we, to master our new single, so that was nice.
And that's Apple, one of the guitar players. He's also done Stylosis and a few other places. So he was really good.
It's about the album. We want to really get out there with it as well, you know, push it now.
Well, that's it. You know, this is the perfect springboard, isn't it? So you just got to keep the ball rolling.
This playing Bloodstock today, as well as being like a big dream for us, this is our sort of arrival and sort of our introduction to the rest of the metal scene in the country.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're doing really well at home in Manchester, but apart from that,
Which is a great scene, you know, it's great.
It's an incredible scene, and we could spend forever there because it's just so strong.
Yeah, we're already petitioning for a Manchester stage next year here because there's just there's enough talent there to fill one.
Well, that being said, you know, it's now we've introduced ourselves to the rest of the country. We need to make sure that we visit those places and play all the big cities. And we've got this album, which is a concept album as well, just to cater for our slightly prog needs. You know, and it's something that we're really, really proud of. It's some of the songs we've had for years and we've loved to bits, and we've slowly fine-tuned them. Some of them, I mean, one of the first song we ever wrote, the song that made this band exist, is on that album, but then also songs that we've only had for a couple of months. And
it's like the 10th iteration of it, but it is definitely the first song we wrote.
I still think we should call the album Greatest Hits, because at this point it is our greatest hits. But a debut album called Greatest Hits might not get the best press, so we might not go.
You'll find it on Google.
Well, it'll be groundbreaking, won't it? You know, so. Cool. Just to finish off then, for those listening, check out on the usual social media pages, I guess.
Of course, we're on Facebook, we're on Bandcamp. I think it's Prognosis 1, the Facebook search thing.
Echoes is now available on pretty much every streaming service you can think of. It's making it readily available. People listen to music in so many different ways nowadays because you can. So whatever you listen to music, it will be available on
all the social media stuff. It all
we've got
goes to
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and
check us out. Just check us out.
Exactly.
Google Prognosis Band because you might not get it with just Prognosis.
There is I don't even figure out what genre they are, but we occasionally get tagged in another band called Prognosis's gigs and stuff. I think there might be like a dance band or something. So there might be a battle for the name at some point later on down the line. But
We'll see.
we are online very much. You can find us quite easily.
Excellent. Well, enjoy what's left of the festival, and best of luck with everything coming up, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.